In the light of day, the ground seems lifeless. But below the surface, an unseen world is thriving. That's right, guys. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be going on an extreme close-up adventure. We will see thousands of worker termites rushing in and out of a thin slit in the soil. And when the camera dives underground with CGI, we will discover a vast labyrinth spreading like a subway system beneath our feet. But the most surprising thing is yet to come. We will see how blind insects the size of a grain of rice build one of nature's most complex structures. Every tunnel, every chamber with a precise purpose. We will explore an enormous underground city made entirely of chewed-up dirt, held together with nothing but spit. And we will learn how a single termite colony can number in the millions. When the sun beats down on the cracked earth, a thin slit opens up. Thousands of worker termites rush in and out of it, each carrying tiny grains of dirt. They make a beeline for the surface, where they drop off their cargo and head back inside again. This must be some kind of precious resource down there. And when we dive deep into this subterranean realm, we discover something unbelievable. A vast subterranean city, protected by countless soldiers and devoted worker termites. It is so large that it looks like a maze, but it is precisely organized, with every tunnel serving a specific purpose. But what about the termites themselves? How do these small insects manage to build such a huge construction? You'll be surprised to hear that the termites don't need any sophisticated tools or machines. They have something much more powerful: unity and precise division of labor. And so in this fascinating underground world, we encounter different types of termites, each with its unique features and tasks. First, there are the workers, who build, forage, care for the young, and tend to the queen. Then there are the soldiers, heavily armored and equipped with massive jaws whose duty is to defend the nest. Finally, we meet the elates, the winged termites that are responsible for starting new colonies. Each termite is born knowing what it must do, carrying out its duties without a moment's hesitation. When we observe the soldiers up close, we see that they look quite different from the workers. Their massive jaws are curved like sickles, ready to strike at any intruder. But what about the queen? What is her role in this underground empire? Let's go deeper into the bowels of this subterranean realm and find out. Here everything is perfectly adapted to the needs of the inhabitants. Ventilation shafts maintain optimal airflow, while climate control systems keep temperatures and humidity levels stable. On the mid-levels, we find spacious nurseries filled with eggs, larvae, and pupae. These are the future members of the colony, the next generation of builders, soldiers, and queens. The scene is both fascinating and somewhat unsettling to witness. But the most sacred place in the colony is undoubtedly the deepest vault, the Queen's Chamber. The entrance to this chamber is heavily guarded, and the air grows heavy with moisture as we approach. Suddenly, the Queen comes into view. She is truly a sight to behold. Her body is swollen, many times larger than that of her workers. Her translucent abdomen pulses as she lays eggs non-stop. In fact, she doesn't even need to leave the chamber. Her eggs hatch spontaneously, and she feeds her offspring with nothing but her own milk. Thousands of baby termites emerge, ready to take on their designated roles in society. Meanwhile, outside the Queen's chamber, the workers move around busily. They carry out their daily tasks, collecting food, caring for the young, and expanding the colony's territory. But how does the Queen receive nourishment? It turns out that the workers feed her pre-digested food, carefully cleaning her massive body and removing her waste. They also remove parasites and protect her from potential threats. Indeed, the Queen is the heart of the empire. She spends her entire life in the royal chamber, laying thousands of eggs every single day. The colony's survival depends entirely on her. Without her, the colony would collapse into chaos and disorder. But life in the termite world is not all sunshine and rainbows. There are predators, rival colonies, and other dangers lurking around every corner. However, termites have evolved over millions of years to overcome these challenges. For example, let's consider the ants. They are dangerous enemies of termites, often attacking their nests and stealing their food. But termites have developed effective ways to defend themselves against ants. When an ant accidentally steps into a termite nest, dozens of soldier termites instantly surge forward. They clamp down on the invader with their iron-hard jaws and spray a sticky resin to immobilize it. Despite the brutal defense, the termites know when to stop. They don't kill the intruders, but they certainly teach them a valuable lesson to stay away from their territory. Termites communicate with each other through chemical signals, touch, and sound vibrations. They recognize each other by scent and can distinguish between members of their own colony and outsiders. They also use touch to exchange information and sound vibrations to warn each other of danger. However, termites are not only capable of defending themselves against external threats. If a worker termite strays too far from the colony or refuses to carry out its duties, it may be attacked and killed by other members of the colony. Moreover, termites are incredibly strong, can carry objects many times heavier than themselves, and are capable of lifting and moving large stones. For example, a single termite can carry a crumb that weighs up to 50 milligrams, while a stone weighing up to 1.5 kilograms can be moved by a group of termites working together. These amazing abilities allow termites to build impressive structures and adapt to various environmental conditions. The ability of termites to adapt to various environmental conditions is truly remarkable. They can live in different climates, from hot and humid to dry and cold, and survive even in areas prone to flooding. For example, in tropical rainforests, termites build their nests in trees or underground, where they are protected from predators and changes in temperature. In dry and cold climates, termites build their nests deep underground, where they can maintain a stable temperature and humidity level. And when we think we finally know everything about termites, they surprise us once again. It turns out that termites can even create artificial shelters. In Australia, scientists have discovered a termite mound that has been inhabited by humans. The termites had built a shelter for themselves in a tree, and people had used it as a hideout for thousands of years. Finally, it's time to reveal the secret of how termites build their nests. It turns out that everything starts with the creation of a central shaft. Workers dig a hole from the surface to the underground nest, carrying soil with them. They deposit the soil in a special chamber where it mixes with saliva enzymes. This mixture hardens and forms walls, floors, and ceilings. The central shaft allows termites to transport water and food from the surface to the nest and vice versa. Later, termites expand their nest by creating additional chambers and connecting them with passages. They also build pillars to support the roof of the nest and prevent it from collapsing. This is done thanks to the fact that termites are incredibly strong and can lift objects many times their weight. Building a nest is a crucial part of the termites' lives. It provides them with protection from predators, changes in temperature, and humidity levels. The nest is also divided into different sections, each with its own purpose. For example, there are chambers for storing food, raising young, and keeping the queen. Some nests even have ventilation shafts and air ducts to regulate airflow. Now it's time for the grand finale. Pull back the camera and show the massive underground structure from above. At the center of this network is the queen's chamber, the beating heart of the colony. Around it are the nurseries, storage chambers, and other facilities necessary for the functioning of the empire. And all this is protected by a thick layer of soil and guarded by countless soldiers. Indeed, the life of termites is a testament to the power of unity and division of labor. Despite their small size and apparent fragility, termites are capable of building huge structures and surviving in various conditions. They demonstrate that even the most insignificant creatures can achieve greatness when they unite for a common goal. So what can we learn from termites? Perhaps the main lesson is the importance of unity. Even the smallest individuals can accomplish great things if they work together towards a common goal. Termites also show us the importance of division of labor. Each member of the colony has its own responsibilities and tasks, and together they create a harmonious whole. Finally, termites teach us the value of adaptation and resilience. They can adapt to changing conditions and overcome various obstacles. And despite their small size, they are capable of defending themselves against much larger opponents. So, let us take an example from termites and strive for unity, division of labor, and adaptability in our own lives. Who knows, maybe then we will be able to achieve no less impressive results than our tiny fellow citizens of the Earth. What did you think of the video? Leave a comment down below. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Peace.